My name is Cheryl Strayed, the author of Tiny Beautiful Things. I'm also known as Sugar. I write the Dear Sugar column, and Tiny Beautiful Things is a compilation of some of those columns. I'm going to read just a brief excerpt of the title column. This is just the opening section. Dear Sugar, I read your column religiously. I'm 22. From what I can tell by your writing, you're in your early 40s. My question is short and sweet. What would you tell your 20-something self if you could talk to her now? Love, Seeking Wisdom. Dear Seeking Wisdom, stop worrying about whether you're fat. You're not fat. Or rather, you're sometimes a little bit fat, but who gives a shit? There is nothing more boring and fruitless than a woman lamenting the fact that her stomach is round. Feed yourself. Literally. The sort of people worthy of your love will love you more for this, sweet pea. In the middle of the night, in the middle of your 20s, when your best woman friend crawls naked into your bed, straddles you, and says, "You should run away from me before I devour you," believe her. You are not a terrible person for wanting to break up with someone you love. You don't need a reason to leave. Wanting to leave is enough. Leaving doesn't mean you're incapable of real love or that you'll never love anyone else again. It doesn't mean you're morally bankrupt or psychologically demented or a nymphomaniac. It means that you wish to change the terms of one particular relationship. That's all. Be brave enough to break your own heart. When that really sweet but fucked up gay couple invites you over to their cool apartment to do ecstasy with them, say no. There are some things you can't understand yet. Your life will be a great and continuous unfolding. It's good you've worked hard to resolve childhood issues while in your 20s, but understand that what you resolve will need to be resolved again and again. You will come to know things that can only be known with the wisdom of age and the grace of years. Most of those things will have to do with forgiveness. I'm going to stop now. The column goes on from there. One thing I want to say about Tiny Beautiful Things in the column is it's one of those columns that's really, the description, it is an advice column. I really do give advice, and I very sincerely consider the questions that have been sent to me. Many of these letters in the book, they're from people, a real diverse range of people, men and women of all ages, in many different circumstances and situations. And I take that piece of it very seriously, the giving of advice. And yet, as you see from this bit I've read, I also try to really push far beyond the parameters of the advice column genre. I really think that these can be better described as literary essays. In many of the columns, I tell stories of my own experiences, my own life, by way of offering storytelling, essentially, as the way to helping all of us grapple with life's most complex questions. Thank you.